Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Snuggles and Storytime. My name's Amanda, and I'm so glad that you could join me today. Today, we're going to read a story about a holiday that's coming up and a little rabbit who is celebrating it, but he's struggling to figure out how he can fit into this great holiday. The holiday is called Kwanzaa. Do you celebrate Kwanzaa? Just like every holiday, not everybody celebrates it, but those that do celebrate it find it to be a very important one. Before I tell you more about that book, let's sing hello. Please put your hands up so you can join me. Are you ready? Here we go. Hello, all my friends, how are you? Hello, all my friends, how are you? With a jiggle, 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 and a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hello, all my friends, how are you? Oh, friends, we've got a great story today. It's called Little Rabbit's Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a holiday that typically comes after Christmas. Comes after Christmas. It's written by Donna L. Washington, and it's illustrated, or the pictures are by Shane W. Evans. You ready for a great story? Me too. Let's get started. Little Rabbit was not having a very good Kwanzaa. Being the littlest rabbit in the family wasn't easy. He couldn't remember the names of all the days. He wasn't allowed to light the candles. His brothers and sisters made wonderful gifts to share, but Little Rabbit was too embarrassed to share his gifts. He hated being the youngest. He was always in the way, and everyone always told him he was too little to help. The only part of Kwanzaa that he really loved was the big feast called Karamu. This year, he wasn't even going to have that because Grandma Rabbit was sick. She laid in bed all day, drinking dandelion tea. Mama Rabbit was so busy taking care of her, she didn't even have time to cook. Mama, if Grandma Rabbit is sick, who will make the feast for Karamu? Little Rabbit asked his mother. Shame on you, Little Rabbit, Mama said. Grandma Rabbit is sick, and all you can think about is your stomach? You should go outside. Oh, bet that made him sad. Little Rabbit hopped out and sat on a big gnarly tree stump. He really wanted to go in and talk to Grandma Rabbit. She was very wise. Little Rabbit sat and he thought. He thought about all the things his Grandma had said about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a special time when we help each other. That's what Grandma said. That's it, Little Rabbit said, jumping up and dancing around. I'm going to bring Grandma Rabbit a special treat for Karamu. That will make her feel better. Do you think that would make her feel better? I bet so. If I was feeling sick, I bet if I had a special treat that would make me feel better. Little Rabbit hopped down the road. Where are you going so fast? Mama Oriole asked Little Rabbit. I'm going to find a tasty treat for Grandma Rabbit. She's sick. I want her to have a special Karamu, Little Rabbit said, and hopped away. Mama Oriole didn't know what a Karamu was, but she knew Grandma Rabbit. Grandma Rabbit always brought out warm sun cakes and warm pudding when the weather got cold. Poor Grandma Rabbit, said Mama Oriole. I wish there was something I could do to help. Little Rabbit stopped by the side of the path. He looked under some logs to see if he could find something special for Grandma Rabbit. What are you doing, Little Rabbit? Asked Groundhog, sticking his head out of a patch of grass. I'm trying to find a zwadi for Grandma Rabbit. She's sick and I want her to feel better, Little Rabbit said, and and hopped off. Groundhog didn't know what a zwadi is, but he knew Grandma Rabbit. She was always having time to make little toys and animals when they were bored. Poor Grandma Rabbit, said Groundhog. I wish there was something I could do to help. Little Rabbit hopped down to the pond. Maybe he could find something pretty for Grandma Rabbit. What are you doing, Little Rabbit? Asked the frogs. I'm looking for something pretty for Grandma Rabbit. She's sick. She should have something pretty to hang on her wall at Kwanzaa time. Little Rabbit scratched his ear and hopped away. The frogs didn't know anything about Kwanzaa time, but they knew Grandma Rabbit. She could paint beautiful pictures and write wonderful poems. Poor Grandma Rabbit, the frogs said. I wish there was something we could do to help. Little Rabbit hopped through the fields looking for berries. Where are you going, Little Rabbit? Asked Mamma Field Mouse. She was dragging all of her children behind her. Grandma Rabbit is sick, Little Rabbit said. I'm going to make sure she has a good karamu. I'm going to find as many berries as I can. Little Rabbit looked proud as he hopped off through the meadow. Mamma Field Mouse didn't know anything about karamu, but she knew Grandma Rabbit. Grandma Rabbit helped out with the children when Mamma Field Mouse had to go run errands. Poor Grandma Rabbit, said Mamma Field Mouse. I wish there was something I could do to help. Little Rabbit scampered through the trees. Good morning, Little Rabbit, said Papa Squirrel. Why are you sniffing around through the trees? I'm looking for something to give Grandma Rabbit. She's sick, and I want her to have a good Kwanzaa. Little Rabbit hopped away. Papa Squirrel didn't know anything about Kwanzaa, but he knew Grandma Rabbit. She always helped him gather nuts and fall. She even helped him remember where he hid them all. Poor Grandma Rabbit, said Papa Squirrel. I wish there was something I could do to help. Little Rabbit spent the whole day trying to find something for Grandma Rabbit. He searched as hard as he could, but he didn't find anything at all. He was very sad. I guess I am too little to do anything. As the sun was setting, he hopped slowly home. When he opened the door, he had a big surprise. Everyone was there. Grandma Rabbit was sitting on a big chair with a huge smile on her face. The frogs had brought her pink flowers from the lily pads. Mama and Papa Spider hung them from the ceilings like lanterns. Mama Oriole was conducting a fine chorus of birds. Groundhog brought little toys and gifts for everyone. Mama Field Mouse had gotten together with Mama Possum and Mama Raccoon to make a delicious feast. The air was full of excitement. Mama Rabbit served the plates, and Little Rabbit ate until he thought he would burst. After that, Papa Rabbit told funny stories about Briar Rabbit, Ainsy the Spider, Queenie the Fowl, and Mosquito. The stories made everyone laugh. Then Papa Spider plucked on one of his strings. The crickets got out their fiddles, and all the animals had a wonderful dance. Grandma Rabbit taught everyone a new word. Harambe! She called out as her friends danced. It means let's pull together. We don't need anyone to tell us that, said Papa Squirrel. We're already pulled together. Everyone laughed and shouted, Harambe! 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 When Karamu was over, Little Rabbit sat with his Grandma on the big chair. Why are you sad, Little Rabbit? Asked Grandma. Didn't you have a good time? Yes, said Little Rabbit quietly, but I wanted to do something special for you. Grandma Rabbit just laughed. You silly rabbit, she said, hugging Little Rabbit tight. If you hadn't gone off looking for Karamoo this morning, it never would have found its way here tonight. Little Rabbit frowned. But I'm the only one who didn't have anything to share, he said. His grandma smiled. You shared your dream, Little Rabbit, and your dream brought all of our friends and our neighbors together, and that's a big thing. Little Rabbit felt proud. My dream did all that? He said. Yes, I'm not surprised though, Grandma said. You're not? Asked Little Rabbit. Why not? Because I have faith in you. If you have faith, Little Rabbit, there's always hope. Oh, I'll try to remember that, said Little Rabbit, yawning. By the way, said Grandma Rabbit, snuggling him close, this was the best Karamoo ever. The end. So Little Rabbit was nervous that he wasn't going to have anything to share because Grandma was sick. But he made it the best one ever. He is one smart bunny, isn't he? Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.